Do you have difficulty accepting compliments? Wow, have we found this to be a prevalent topic in our Discovery Bootcamp for Leaders. Beth, will you tell us more?
Absolutely, Gail. You're absolutely correct. We have found this to be a very common thread among not just women executives or women leaders, but really women across the globe, all socioeconomic levels. It's been shown that women far, far more than men have a difficult time accepting compliments with grace.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few things, Gail, at play. I think one thing is your culture, your cultural base, where you came from, whether that's a religious background, whether that's from your background and your home life. Oftentimes it was considered to be not feminine to accept compliments. And as well, I think perhaps one of the largest things that comes into play here is that we don't feel we're worthy of compliments.
Wow. So what example do you have, or can you give a story or something from our vast background where we've seen this at play?
So this is something that I find myself that I can fall into this habit of deflecting compliments. And for a while, I really thought it was a Midwest thing. You know, if someone compliments your dress, you say, oh, it was on the clearance rack. Or if someone compliments your project, you give all the credit to your team. Or if someone gives you praise, you deflect it and say, oh, it was nothing. So as I looked at it, and as someone pointed out to me, accepting a compliment is really accepting a gift from someone. And not accepting it can make that person feel like you haven't accepted their gift. And so I really found a couple ways to help me deal with this, Gail.
You know, I'm glad we're able to look specifically at not just what it is, but what do you do about it? And let's talk about a couple of those ways that you were able to assist yourself to get beyond it.
One way might have been a little bit unconventional, but I found it really worked for me. So everyone has heard the power of listening to your own voice with affirmations for yourself. The person that you want to be, the person that you are aspiring to be, and making that real through affirmations, and then listening to those affirmations with your own voice. My problem was, because I believe my deflection of compliments was coming from a diminished self-worth, is I didn't believe my own voice. I heard my own voice telling my affirmations, and I thought, she doesn't know what she's talking about. So I gathered my affirmations and found a handful of friends and colleagues that I knew believed in me. And I had them record my affirmations because I believed them when they were saying it. I just didn't believe myself. And I listened to them enough that I started to believe them. And then I could switch to it being my own voice. But here's what I did is when I was listening to their affirmations, I made myself, when they finished, to say, thank you. I accept that. Thank you. I accept that.
That's powerful. It's powerful. Mm-hmm.
So
to make it your own.
Yep, absolutely. Another thing that I did, and this might seem minor, but it really helped me, was to compliment others as often as I could. In fact, I tried to compliment one person a day. And it might be something as little as someone I saw on a plane or in the store that I would say, hey, great earrings, awesome shoes. I didn't know that person, but it helped me realize that I was giving compliments and I would want them to take it as sincere from me. They didn't know me. I didn't have to tell them they had great shoes, right? And that when people did the same to me, that would be correct as well. And then I upped that a level and then went out to try to reach out to one person every day to tell them how awesome they were, or how much they meant to me, or what a great mentor they had been. And same thing, my message to myself was, if I'm being authentic when I'm offering those compliments, then why would I think the people giving me compliments weren't being authentic? And that logic worked in my brain.
Wow, that's the key. The key is what to do that you can actually, stay with and sustain, the learning. you know, it really makes me think if we apply this directly to leadership, how powerful being succinct can be. So affirmations are one thing. Another thing in the workplace is just being able to say, thank you and shut up.
That's right.
Thank you. And with grace, just that is enough. It can stand alone. Even if you walk away not believing it, faking it till you make it, that starting with a gracious thank you is like what you said, receiving the gift.
Yep. And I oftentimes talk about, as we deflect to our teams, which is appropriate, we want to make sure we're giving our team credit, right? But also saying thank you. So it becomes thank you, and I have a great team. So you are not giving away the compliment only to the team. You are accepting it first on their behalf and on your behalf, and then acknowledging the team. It's a small tweak, but it can make a huge difference.
Huge difference. That's beautiful, Beth. So for those of you watching, do you have difficulty receiving compliments? We'd love to hear your feedback. Please comment. We will respond and would love to continue this conversation. Thanks so much. See you next time.